Hey, you guys. How's things? How's it going? I hope you're all hanging in there and, you know, keeping on. Keep on keeping on. Okay, so this might be, well, this probably won't be the last video that I'll show of these little guys, but they're almost done. They're, I would say, 3/4 of the way done, something like that. So I have everyone is all assembled and everything is glued in, and just ready to add a few extra little deals like my magnets and closures and things like that. So I just thought I would do this. Hopefully won't be a 45-minute video, but I just wanted to show you what I decided to do with these. So let's I'll put one of them together. I've done two already, and I'm pretty sure that's how they're going to all go. So all right, so I decided not to do magnets on these. I decided to do a stringed closure because I love how that looks. I love the string closure type of thing, you know. It's just that I don't know, it's always kind of a hassle to do it. But since this seems to be working out pretty well with just gluing this part onto the envelope, I thought I would do these with string closures also. This little one and this one. So I've got 3 more of those that I need to do. And then I need to do my elastic to put the little insert in. I still need to make the little journal inserts for these also. Anyway, and I am going to do some magnets. So anyway, so I just kind of put everything together. So this is all that goes with this journal. So we'll just kind of start from the beginning. First thing, I need to notch these pockets. So this is kind of like this will be my process for the rest of these. I'll just go through and basically do the same thing to each one. So I just put a little notch on the outside of each one of these little pages. So that's basically done for now. And then I punched out a bunch of small circles with a lot of my scraps from this. What size did I do? I think this is 5/8 of an inch circle punch. So some scrap pattern paper, and then some scraps of the craft paper. Okay, so it's like heavy duty craft paper that I love. Anyway, so I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3 pieces to glue on, you know, at the bottom. So I'm doing, and I've also punched the holes in all of them already. So that's easy. So I'm just doing an eyelet. It's kind of like process, you know. So just doing a little eyelet. So 2 pieces. So a piece of the craft paper and then 1 pattern paper. And then the craft paper is what's going to get glued on to the pocket, you know. Whoops. That's what's going to get glued onto the pocket. I made sure I used sort of heavy duty paper, you know, because it's got to kind of stand up to some tugging and whatnot. When you wrap the string around it, you want it to be sort of like cardstock weight at least. Anyway, so these will just get glued on. And I really trust the art glitter glue to hold these strongly, you know. So I just use a baby wipe to kind of, I'm pushing that down pretty hard. Just use the baby wipe to kind of clean up any excess glue that squishes out. And then I just use an awl to kind of go around and make sure that that isn't stuck. Okay, so I'll do that on all 3 of these. Kind of, I'm using a relatively generous amount of glue on them also. Just to be sure, because I really don't want those lifting. And then when I dab, you know, kind of dapping it off with the baby wipe, sort of softens that paper a little bit too. So when I do the awl, when I go around it with the awl, it sort of stays lifted a little bit. Do you know what I mean? All right. So last one. Whoops. Just trying to make sure that it's centered and not too close to the flap. I want there to be a decent amount of space in between the 2 pieces, you know. All right. Okay, so that one. And then what I do is I just take a little, this is what I've been doing anyway, just taking my Sharpie and making a little dot where I want to punch the hole. For the other piece. So this one, whoops, make sure I use the small side. And then I'm doing the pattern paper, and then I'll go through the flap of the envelope, and then on the back a piece of the cardstock. And I did that just to make it like more stable, you know, a little bit more rigid. Squish it down. And just in case anybody's wondering, on the Crop-A-Dile, in order to make sure that my eyelet crimps down really smooth, I'm using number 4 and C. Okay, so C4 for these small eyelets. If you're using larger eyelets, you want to use, let's see, what letter is that? A2. So that works for the larger eyelets, A2. And that gives you a nice flat, you know, crimp. When you don't use the domed one, use the one that's more flat. Okay. Anyway, I actually pulled out my old Crop-A-Dile and set it to work with the larger eyelets, so I don't have to keep going back and forth. Anyway, so then I just crimp that on. That one's ready for its string. That one's ready for its string. Do this one. It's a little bit fiddly, you know, whoops, but it's kind of fun. I love doing this kind of stuff. I love tedious assembly type of work. It's just satisfying when it's all done. And I mean, I really do enjoy the process too. So anyway, so I hear tell that in Washington State, they are opening up vaccinations for anybody 16 and over on the 16th of this month, which I think is rad. So all my kiddos can get their shots, and then I'll feel comfortable being around them, you know? Okay, so then I want to do my strings. Just for this one, you know, it doesn't have to be super long. So I need 4 strings. I'm using a really thin cotton string for this. Wait, where's my longest one? Hold on. Okay, I think it's this one. Yeah, I don't want to use like a real thick string. I like using the waxed cotton for this too, but I have a bunch of this white cotton, so I'm using that. Okay. So it doesn't have to be, you know, it doesn't have to wrap around 400 times. It just needs to hold the envelope closed. Just a simple little knot. Some people like to put their string in when they crimp the eyelet, but I don't really like to do that. It's kind of a hassle. Come on. Yeah, it's hard for me to keep the string in there. Like I need 4 hands to do it if I'm doing it that way. Oh, this one might be too short. Oh well. It's not too bad. There, it's fine. Okay, one more. These have been taking me forever, huh, you guys? Usually, usually these projects don't take me this long. I've just been, I don't know, I've just been going slow, taking my time, chilling. All right. So there. So all the strings are done. Now I want to, okay, so I'm just going to tuck this in that pocket right there for now. And then I'm going to do my magnets. So I was going to do this weird little flap thing to kind of hold this shut, but then I realized I don't need to do all that. All I need to do is basically hold this corner down. And if I can get that corner to stay down, then when I turn this, when I open this up, those will stay, you know, connected to this, and it's not a big deal. So I have some of this, it's that Tim Holtz fabric washi. So I'm going to use that for doing my magnets. So I'm only going to do 2 magnets, 2 spots with magnets. So I can just cut 4 little squares. Where's my strip of magnets? What did I do with them? Oh, great. They're lost. I bet they're underneath that metal shelf right there. Anyway, so So take my little pieces of washi, set one magnet upright that way, and then set another one upside down. Wait, I did it wrong. Hold on. Okay, so one goes upright the way that it comes off the stack, and then the other one, I turn it upside down. Okay, so that way I know they're going to stick together. So then I'll just take this piece of washi. I'm not going to worry about gluing these down. This washi tape is pretty sticky, so I'm not really too worried about it lifting. I mean, it might, but I kind of don't think it will. Anyway, so I just stick that one down where I want it. Get my other piece of tape. Pick up the other magnet. Okay, so the other magnet is stuck on that tape, and then I stick it on there. I just let the magnets stick to each other, and then I just lay that down, and it's in the perfect spot. And then I do kind of burnish this down just a little bit with my fingers just to be sure, right? So now this one is good to go. And then let's do this one. I hope I can find that other strip of magnets. It's like a whole big thing of them. Okay, so one goes, whoops, stuck to the awl. Okay, so one of them goes upright the way it came off of the stack, and the other one goes upside down. And I'm setting them like far enough away from each other that they don't like attract to each other, you know. That's why I'm doing that. Okay, so that one, and it's going to go on the smaller envelope or pocket or whatever you want to call it. And then lay that down. Press on it so that the tape sticks. Okay, and plus I think that washi tape is kind of cool. I like that. I like that fabric washi. So, okay, so now when you open the front cover, those stay where they're supposed to be. Okay, so this one doesn't have a magnet on it, but it doesn't really need one. But I am going to add a tab. I'm going to put some tabs on some of these pages. I'm going to put one on here. I like to add a tab when I have a magnet just because it kind of gives you like a little handle to, you know, to pull the page or whatever up. So I have to make sure that this doesn't stick out any further than that spine right there. So normally these tabs I would set them right out to the edge, you know, but if I did that, then this wouldn't close. So anyway, so a little tab on there. Okay, and then I want to put one on this side too, but I'm just going to put it on this upper envelope, and I'm going to use a small, I have some of these little tabs that I cut out using my Scan and Cut, and I just have a whole box of tabs here from, sometimes I'll just pull out a bunch of paper and just sit and cut tabs for a couple hours, you know. I used to sell them in my Etsy shop, but I stopped doing that. I don't sell tabs anymore. Okay. And I made my own, like if you have a Cricut or a Scan and Cut, you can make your own cut files just by scanning a tab, you know, just trace the outside of it. That's what I did. I just traced the outside of it, scanned it, and then, you know, use the software to multiply it and resize it or whatever. Anyway, okay, so I got my little tabs on, and then I need to do my eyelets for the elastic. Okay, so this I need to put 2 small eyelets at the top and 2 small eyelets at the bottom of this like thinner spine, this narrower little spine. Okay, so they're next to each other. And I try to do them up as high as I feel is safe so that they won't, you know, pop through the top. But because I like to do my elastic where there's a piece on the running, where there's 2 pieces of elastic on the inside. I don't like to have my elastic on the outside. Okay, so crimp those. And then this is this is really thin elastic. It's like 1 millimeter. I ordered it on Amazon. I will put a link in the description if you are in need of elastic. Hold on, I got to crimp that better. If you're in need of elastic and you're looking for 1 millimeter, that was actually a pretty good deal. I think it was like $5.99 or something for like 100 yards. Okay, so I go in here on the right hand side and just feed it, whoops, just feed it back up through the other side, up to the top, through there, feed it, whoops, feed it back through there, and then I can tie it on the inside in a knot. And I just do like just a regular square knot. Seems to hold pretty well with elastic. Trim that off, and then I can just tuck my little envelope pocket insert in like that. Okay. And then the other thing I need to do is add my eyelets. I think I'm going to do a piece of seam binding with some kind of little, like a melt cap or something like that on the end of it as the closure. So some kind of like a charm or something. Anyway, so here's where the other crocodile comes in handy. I thought this one was broken, and that's why I bought the other one, but it was the locking thing that was wrong. It turned out that it wasn't broken, and I took the handles off of it a long time ago, so the like rubber parts. Oops, that's why it looks weird. Anyway, so I'm just doing a large eyelet basically there, and another one up in the corner. I don't remember the size of these eyelets. They're the We Are Memory Keepers ones. So whatever size that is, I think they're 3/8 of an inch or something like that. I don't really remember. Anyway, so that's basically it. I'm going to make some little charms that I'll attach right here that are like removable. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to do any other charms or anything on the inside of these. And I decided to go ahead and just leave these pages blank on the back. And so then, you know, whoever winds up with the journals, they can do whatever they want on there. So I figured I covered enough real estate on the inside. I am going to come back and do some more embellishing though. And just use some ephemera and like some postage stamps and, you know, stuff like that, and kind of decorate them a little bit, you know. But basically that's how these are going to be. And then, like I said, I am still going to do just a, you know, very thin little notebook that'll slip in to this other elastic. Okay. So there'll be a little removable notebook in there also. Okay. All right. So I've only got 19 more of these to do. And then I'll come back and I'll do another video, because I wanted to show you guys something cool I found for charms. A lot of you probably already know about it and use them, but they're pretty cool, and it makes it a really easy way to do quick, easy, removable charms for books. And actually saw them as stitch markers in some crochet videos. So I was like, hey, those are cool. So anyway, and plus I got some new stuff to make charms with. So I'll just do a quick little charm video coming up next. Yeah, see, I thought I would use something like this on the end of the seam binding for the closure, you know. Anyway, just something kind of fancy. So all right, so that's that. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment, you know, ask in the comments, or you can email me. Either way, I have a tendency to I will definitely see the comment question, but it might take me a day or two. I usually see email questions sooner. So anyway, I love you guys, and yeah, we're coming to the end on these. So all right, take care. Okay, bye for now.